Good evening. I'm Rainey Bodenstal, the Executive Director of the Crime Victims Assistance Center here in Binghamton, and I want to most sincerely welcome all of you to the 3rd annual Paint the Town Purple event.
Yeah!
I would like to give a shout out to the staff, volunteers, and interns at the Crime Victims Assistance Center for all of their hard work putting this together. So tonight is focused on raising awareness and reducing stigma for victims of domestic violence and interpersonal violence. We want victims to know there are local available resources to assist them and meet them where they're at. There's available shelter, counseling, safety planning, crisis lines, emotional support, and both family and criminal court support. We believe you, and we want to assist you the best way we can when you are ready. We stand with you. To the survivors of domestic violence, we're so proud of you. Your strength, your tenacity, and your bravery. Just look at how far you've come. We stand with you. Finally, to all the victims' family members and friends, we recognize your sadness and maybe even frustration, but we also recognize your immense efforts as you look out for your loved ones and provide much needed support. We also stand with you. Domestic violence advocates have and continue to make strides in the fight against this epidemic, but there's still more work to do. As a community, the first step is to accept its existence, its ugliness, and its complete unacceptability. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 12 men will experience interpersonal violence in their lifetime. I'm not okay with that, and I don't believe you are either. Domestic violence affects our family, our friends, and our children. We must make changes happen. I mean, if not us, then who? The fear, trauma, and economic costs of interpersonal violence are far too great and long-lasting for us to do nothing. We cannot just stand by, but we can stand together. You know, it's an amazing thing when you have policymakers who get it, especially on this and similar issues. And tonight, we're fortunate enough to have one of those individuals here with us. We thank him for his understanding, his support, and all of his past and current efforts on this topic in particular. At this time, I'd like to introduce a man who really needs no introduction, especially in Broome County, Senator Fred Akshar.
Thank you. Thank you. So why don't you all give yourselves a big round of applause for all that you do. Thank you. Rainey, thank you for hosting this event. I'm honored to be here this evening. I won't say too much other than thank you for all that you do, the Crime Victims Assistance Center and all the other organizations. You're really the backbone of this community, and you're providing a remarkable service. So everybody is here tonight, of course, to raise awareness, but I would respectfully offer that it's much more than awareness. Right? We have to do that. We have to raise awareness, but I think at the end of the day, it's incredibly important for us to figure out a way to drive this nonsense and this ridiculous behavior out of our communities. That doesn't happen. No single one of us here can do that by ourselves. So I am here, of course, to support you and kick off this great event of painting the town purple. But I'm also here to make a very special announcement. I am your proud New York State Senator, and part of my job is to travel to Albany and to ensure that each of you have the resources you need to be successful. So tonight we are announcing a little more than $82,000 in funding for 4 organizations. I'll just go through them very briefly if I may. A little more than $12,000 is going to a New Hope Center. $15,000 is going to Rise New York. $20,000 is going to the YWCA, and $35,000 is going to the Crime Victims Assistance Center. So give yourselves another big round of applause. I said to my friend Michael from WB&G a little bit earlier that that money doesn't seem like a great deal of money in the grand scheme of things. However, there is no one on the face of this earth that knows how to stretch a dollar better than the folks standing behind me. So if somebody's getting $20,000 or $35,000, I know that that money is going just going to be put to a very good use, and I'm just super happy to be part of this community and play a very small role in all that you do. So with that said, allow me to introduce Nicole Barron, the Executive Director of Rise New York. Nicole?
I just wanted to thank Senator Akshar for allocating funds to Rise tonight, because as they've said, the work we do is very important. Rise has a long history here in the community. We first opened the shelter in 1979, which was 3 years after the very first domestic violence shelter opened in New York State. We provide a variety of services at our shelter, as well as the actual housing. We provide food, toiletries, and clothing. We see about, last year, 244 women, men, and children came through the shelter. We provide comprehensive domestic violence services. In addition to the shelter, we also have a licensed clinical social worker that provides group and individual counseling. We have community education and a 24-hour hotline. And then we also have 5 advocates stationed at various entry points in Broome County. There are 2 that work out of Broome County Family Court, out of CPS, and out of the Broome County Sheriff's Office. The 2 that work out of Family Court, this is the work that the grant that we're receiving tonight is going towards. And they provide assistance and support to victims who've suffered family offenses. So this is help like filing family offense petitions for orders of protection, child support, and custody. And our advocates provide legal information, and they provide support every step of the way for as long as the victim might need those services. So thank you again, Senator Akshar, for this allocation.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody from the YW here? Belinda? Come on, you want to speak? Yes. There you are, I see you. Come join us. Here you go. The mic is all yours.
I didn't memorize this.
It's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Senator Fred Ashgar. On behalf of the YWCA, I wanted to thank you for your major contribution to our residential programs and survivors of domestic violence. This funding will help pay emergency housing, rent, LTH rent for women experiencing domestic violence, fleeing from domestic violence, and for emergency supportive services. It helps increase the safety for women like this fleeing from their homes, while stimulously helping to promote overall wellness and stability. The YWCA caring staff is able to provide emergency supportive service and work closely with each individual to assist with transportation, obtaining public assistance, employment, and other voc ed goals. Staff also assists victims of domestic violence, clothing, shoes, toiletries, food, and other necessities. And we are just truly grateful for your continued contribution, and it's always good seeing you, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Rainey, do you have anything else you'd like to add to this remarkable event? There you are.
I just want to say thank you also. We do some similar work to the other organizations, but we do have a couple staff located in the county office building who provide a lot of accompaniment and support and education for people going through the criminal justice system as well as family court. So I think, we do our best to stretch the dollar, and I thank you for that compliment. But we really, really appreciate your support. It means a lot to all of us.
Great. Thank you. So at the end of the day, for me, it's really not about money, right? It's about all of you and the job that you're doing and people working together towards one common goal. So on behalf of the people that I represent, we're incredibly grateful to all of you for everything that you do. I just want to say thank you and just paint the town purple. Thank you, everybody.